ASMR Magical Tools. Hi. Thank you so much for joining me. It's that time of year again when we start looking forward to 2022 and all of the promise and potential of a brand new year. This introductory segment will be consistent across all of the astrological sign yearly forecasts. Just allow the flame to help you relax and shed any of your stress that you might have been carrying throughout the year. It has been a little bit of a stressful year. And I wanted to provide a little bit of background in each video for you to better utilize these readings. I hope that you will remember that these are for your guidance and nothing that I say in these videos is going to be more important than your free will. Secondly, I wanted to talk a little bit about your sun, moon, rising, and other placements you may wish to check. So, most people recommend that you check your sun, moon, and rising sign forecasts. This is recommended, certainly. I am not opposed to cross-watching. In fact, I really don't think that's any of my business. If you choose to cross-watch, that is up to you. And I trust that you will be doing it in the highest vibration. I also wanted to mention that you can check other placements as well. For example, I have some outer planets in the sign of Sagittarius. So, if I want to go look into some of my more generational energies, I might choose to watch the Sagittarius forecast. Likewise, your Venus sign is good to find out about your love forecast for the year. Jupiter and Saturn can be good for career energies. Also look into your house placements. Your rising sign is your first house. And then you can check all of the other house placements, even if you don't have any planetary transits in your natal chart in that sign. For example, the 10th house and your midheaven in general has to do with your career energies. So if you want to know about your job for the year ahead, check the sign or signs which are included in your 10th house placement. 10th house placement, 10th house placement. The 5th house and the 7th house can be good for love and romance. And finally, if you would like to plan spell work that is reliant on planetary alignments and placements, I hope that you will consider using these videos as a predictor to success and to help you plan your spell work to the maximum effect. And thirdly, I wanted to get into the tools that I will be using in the yearly forecast videos. The astrological transits throughout 2022 I will be dealing with in their own video. So for the yearly forecasts, we are going to be focusing on the divination, and I'm going to throw in a little candle magic as well. For the crystals crying messages for each sign, I'm going to be using this large coconut-shaped geode. Coconut-shaped geode. I don't know if it's easy for you to tell, but inside of the geode, there are little tourmalated flecks throughout the crystalline structure. I'm excited to see what it has to say about the year ahead. For my decks, the general overview portion of the reading will be done using the She-Wolf Tarot. For the 12 houses spread portion of the general overview reading, I will be using the celestial bodies deck. These are both serpent fire decks, and I think that they will provide good companionship to one another. I will also be doing a month by month 12 card spread. For this portion of the reading, I will be using the Moon Power Tarot, which is by Sick Sad Girls. I purchased this deck on Etsy, but I guess they also have a website. Along with this 12-month spread, I will be using a couple of decks of my own design. I have this Moon Cycles deck. To determine ideal moon cycle times for each month. I also have this deck covering the 28 lunar mansions. So you will get ideal times in the moon cycle, and you will also get the prediction of certain lunar mansion energies for each month. And finally, typically for my bibliomancy, I use the Napoleonic Oracle. You might have noticed that I like to keep things just a little bit silly on my channel. So for the 2022 bibliomancy, for the yearly forecasts, I'm going to be using the Prehistory of the Far Side by Gary Larson. And I am hoping, as there are many previously unreleased comics in here, which never made it into syndication, for reasons that will become apparent as we do the divinations. I am hoping that the messages you receive from this book bring great value to your overall outlook for 2022. So, I am choosing to film this portion of the video in which I prepare the ritual candles for the new year of 2022. I'm choosing to do that on the Coptic New Year, which is called Wipranpet in the ancient Egyptian. It's called Pichlom Entetromni. Entetrompi. Pichlom Entetrompi. And also Nowruz. And the name Nowruz is actually a Farsi word that is similar sounding to Ne Yaroi, I guess in Coptic. There's a Coptic word for the inundation that is also used to refer to this day. And so the Farsi word sounds very similar to that Coptic word, and through the Arabic connection has come to be associated with this day, the New Year Day on the Coptic calendar. This is going to be the year, I think, 1738 AM, which I think is Anno Martyri or something like that. It's the year of the martyrs. And gosh, that's a lot. That's very dense at the very beginning of this video, so I apologize for that. The new moon would have been on this Monday, the 6th. So the moon today is in Scorpio. And Venus now is also in Scorpio. Went into Scorpio yesterday. And the second quarter moon, which will be in Sagittarius, is going to be on Monday the 13th. So you want to prepare your candles for abundance at a point in the lunar cycle where you are looking at increase. And I thought that this would be an especially good day because it was going to be the new year. So what I have my candles here, and I have these two silver candles. They have been previously lit, but they are thrift store finds, which I especially like to use for magical working. Because they are not clean at all. They're very dirty. I have some different essential oils, rosemary, peppermint. Those are just standard. I have sea buckthorn oil. I might not use this because we want to use things that are going to bring in abundance. And I typically use this sea buckthorn oil for purification. So I might not want to use that. I have this ritual oil. I have also the magnet and commanding oils from Psychic Eye Bookstore down in Sherman Oaks. And I have the money oil from Panpipes, and I believe that Panpipes is now in Studio City, and I think the store has a slightly different name, but I think it's the same proprietress. So and I always use a suitable vessel for safety reasons. I also have some natron, and it does occur to me that the best place to store a purifying substance like natron may or may not be this recycled plastic container. I also have some herbs over here that I'll be using. I have that I grow here at my house. What I have here is a combination of orange balm, I have sage, and I think I might have a little bit of basil in there too. So, first of all, I'm just going to gently crush these in my hands. Try not to make too big of a mess. I don't want to get too many herbs in my natron after all. And another thing that I have is my athame for inscribing the candles. This is my ceremonial athame on a small scale. I have another larger athame that is slightly less ceremonially designed and more designed for ritualistic combat. So just to differentiate, I am going to take a pinch of this natron. So basically, natron is a combination of soda and salt, and you combine the two with water. You can dehydrate it in the oven and get a good natron. I'm going to rub this all over the candles. This is a purifying substance, we want to imbue our candles here with the purest and most wonderful of intentions to bring good fortune in the new year. This has the added benefit of now I have natron all over my hands, and my hands will be ritually pure. So, what is it that you want going into the new year? Something like prosperity? Good fortune? We want success. Entrepreneur. Investment. Bank account. Buy a house. And we have room for one more. What shall it be? No, I think that's good. It's good for that one. The other candle, we want personal growth. Kindness. New friendships. We want mental health. Goodwill. Happiness. And I will put security on this one also. All right. So now we get out these different oils. I'm going to start with the peppermint and the rosemary oil. They smell so good together. And when you are bringing your blessings, you want to coat your candles from top to bottom. I think this one's peppermint and I think that one's rosemary. Nope, guess not. The next one I'm going to use is the money oil because I think it already has peppermint and rosemary in it. You can see getting silver all over my hands. It's really starting to smell like gingerbread in here. Next, I'm going to be using this oil. If I can get these open now that I've been contaminating my hands. There we go. And get some of this gummy stuff from around the lip of the bottle too, if I can. And finally, the magnet and commanding oils. And you really don't need very much to actually contaminate the candle with success. This commanding oil is very Jupiterian. It's got a lot of aromatic notes of Jupiterian planetary energies. Hopefully I won't wipe off all of the silver onto my hands. Typically, I don't wash my hands after doing candle work, but I am going to have to do that today. And now we've got our herbs. And these smell amazing right now. Kind of try to get as much of that off of my hands and onto the candles as I can. And I won't be lighting these right away. I did want to prep them today, but I will be burning these throughout the readings for the yearly forecast for 2022. All right, so now we are going to do the read on this candle. This one was our personal growth candle, and had to do more with like aspects having to do with other people. And then this was the candle that had more to do with business and financial development. So the financial development candle actually burned down quite a bit more on the inside than the personal
here burned all the way down. I think, I don't remember what this was, but some of our, how it was twisted around like this, some of those twisted parts kind of fell down. So this one was happiness, and I'm not quite sure what this one was, but it did make quite a mess. So, but these were, you know, obviously these were not like pillar candles. These were just normal candles like you would buy from the store. They were silver, so I wanted to use them for prosperity. And I did sync it up with the lunar cycle. So I burned these around the time of the Aries full moon in October of 2021. From the 18th to the 21st approximately is when this burn took place. So I think this candle, like I said, is probably burned as much as it needed to burn. It burned almost all the way down. There's about an inch left, and you can see on the bottom a lot of the spell materials. I had put natron on here, which is like sea salt, right? And then I had put some herbs all around here and some different oils. So let's see if there's anything that I can see here in the bottom of the burn and do some wax scrying. So we have something here that looks like a big silver eye with an eyebrow, right? If you can see that there. And this could be like the lunar eye of Horus coming out in this reading, and the regeneration and the lunar cycles associated with that. So being very much in touch with that. So that's a good omen for our burn. I poked it out. Oh, yeah, that was our happiness. Okay, so that's a good omen for the burn overall. I think this was a successful burn in that both of the candles did burn almost all of the way down. We do have this last pillar of resistance here, so I think there's some personal growth that is going to take place between now and the end of the year. I've seen that coming up a lot too in the yearly readings as I've been doing them. So I do think that there will be a bit more personal growth. Up here, we have a rooster's face. So rise and shine with the dawn, getting up early, make a noise to be successful. What else do we have here? This is the base of one of the candles. So one of the candles burned all the way through. You can see the entrepreneurial candle for business burned all of the way through, and then this one being the candle for friendship and personal development. So I think there, as much work was done by the candle as needed to be done, and so it's going to be up to all of us to do the rest of that work. So rise and shine, you can see coming out of the rooster's mouth is kind of like this cloud formation. So this is about speaking out your, not just your truth, but like making a noise, making a joyful noise to awaken others. So the job of the rooster is to crow and to waken everyone in the morning. So I think that's what this cloud represents, especially because it's coming over here. This is like promoting your business by word of mouth. So there's going to be some of that coming through. What else do we have here? I'm looking for... We have like a tadpole here, so that there are some things that are not yet done growing and gestating. And that would be in relation to business because it's over here by the business candle. And then this part is kind of loose and coming off. And it's interesting because that would have been like very close to the edge. So this was a part of the wax burn that kind of like dripped over a bunch of this wax that had already melted and came out here to the side. That there's going to be an avenue that you didn't expect opening up for you in the coming times. And let's see if I see anything else really. We have kind of like a fish shape down here. A fish. Fish means money. And that's close to this candle about entrepreneurship and business. So yeah, overall, a very successful